Welcome to Season 5, Episode 3 of Ray Donovan. As this episode opens, Ray is cleaning up the mess with the woman who said she killed her husband. Except for he isn't dead. He's alive. He's shot, but he is still alive. So Ray rushes to save him and takes him to his dog veteran to save this guy's life. As Ray helps the mistress out, she's staying at Ray's house, the female actress, taking showers in his private shower where his wife and Ray used to be, while she waits for Ray to come back home. Going through Ray's personal private things where she doesn't know Ray's wife has just recently passed. Terry's wife dumps him because she just can't go along with the fact that he had sex with her the night with a prostitute in Vegas the night before he proposed to her to be his wife. And she just can't get over the fact that people didn't tell her about it and held it in, and she wanted to be part of the family. And Terry is beside himself. Even though Ray Donovan saves his life, the husband wants to call the cops on Ray Donovan. But they took the bullet out of him. There's no bullet in him. There's no bullet. There's no gun. There's nothing. Ray's cleaned everything up. So if he calls the cops, it's only going to be a terrible investigation done. The house has been cleaned. Nothing's in his favor. He doesn't realize what could happen to him. Ray informs him that if he comes back, one of them are going to die. And it's not going to be the girl. So the guy, I think he kind of understands now where Ray's coming from, that he's not in control here. And it might be a best idea to just go ahead and get the divorce and get away from this chick. Terry's bored and decides to come down to see Connor, who called him with ideas he needed to cut weight, try it out for the wrestling team, but his temper got the best of him as he suffers from the Donovan mentality. Now Connor's talking about going to the military. He's going to join the Marines and try to be a soldier, but his temperament doesn't fit. He's battling the fact that he's upset that his mom's gone. And the distance from his father, who didn't know how to handle that situation, it's kind of straining on Connor as well, as he tries to cope with what's happening. Bunch gets offered a great deal for a real estate property to bring in some great numbers for investment within a couple of years. Bunch doesn't really understand these things, but she does. And make money for people is what she do. So all he has to do, Bunch, is just come up with the money to do it. He's pretty much bored. He's got this job at the bar. The bar doesn't really make any money, but it gives him something to do. Now he gets to own some rental spaces and be his own boss and make his own decision. So he's willing to go take his millions of dollars that he got saved up and go put it in something that can do some good for him as far as this project, something that he could do to keep him busy. The cop shows up and tells Mick that I need you to help me with this Avi situation, because Avi was using him as a cover to keep some things and personal products from one of the Russians that left behind, as Avi been not working with Ray this season, but he was actually doing some jobs for the police. But we don't yet see Avi, so we don't understand what's going on here yet. As Ray is having a hard time coping with seeing the woman he loves, his wife, losing her battle with with cancer, as everything's happening very sudden. He's at the point where she's going through her final stages, and she's trying to get Ray not to run from this situation. As she tries to get Ray to be involved with her and the kids and spending time while he's got it, Ray has just isolated himself because he cannot accept what's going on. And she's trying to get him to face it, because he's going to have to, for the kids and for the faith of the family. Ray grabs a bottle of liquor and goes and walks the dog and runs into his neighbor, who happens to be the girl that asked him to hide the gun and everything from episode 2. She also was the girl that caused the car accident when she was out in the middle of the street. And they crashed into the car to the pole. Now we're starting to get pieces to put this story together. And we find out that same night when he walks the dog, takes a bottle of liquor with him, he actually goes in the house with the neighbor and sleeps with her. That same night while his wife is dying. The same thing his father did, Mick, to his mom, that he couldn't forgive and was angry with his father about. It was like, my father went out horned while my mom was dying. She was dying from cancer, and my father was out horned. So he held a grudge against Mick for years because of it. And here he is, wife dying of cancer, and he's repeating the same sins that his father did. But now he knows why his father was doing that. Because he couldn't face what was going on in real life. He was trying to escape and do anything he could to keep from going in the house facing what he had to face in real life. It was his escape. Couldn't deal with it. And now you see that sin come right back for Ray. As the end of Ray Donovan season 5, episode 3. I'm out.